Hey, I thought it was time to do another monster showcase, and I've had a few requests for showcasing my Lushen, mostly from people that had seen my arena showcase videos, and well, he is carrying the arena team, that's for sure. He does a huge amount of damage, and to every enemy monster, so I thought it would be a good place to start. Now, as for the skill levels, I have used Devilmons to max skill him in every skill. So he does the max amount of damage and also have the max amount of the max chance to apply debuffs. Now, for the few people that does not know Lushen, his first attack is a plain damage attack, which also has a chance to apply a hit point recovery debuff for 2 turns. Now, the base chance is 70%, but as you can see, the last 30% are gained from skill ups. Now, the debuff can still be resisted if the enemy has a high resist, so it's not guaranteed to apply the debuff, but it's a good chance. Now, the second chance will put a surprise box in front of every enemy monster, and it has a chance to inflict a random debuff on those enemies. And skill up in this skill will only increase the damage and also reduce the cooldown of the skill. I rarely use this, but when I use him in dungeons I use it, but in the arena it's not so often that I use it. His power comes from amputation magic. Now, it's because he throws 3 cards at each enemy, which in itself does quite a lot of damage, and the main damage is because it ignores the enemy defense. So in essence the defense of the enemy is 0. And also skill ups here will reduce the cooldown timer and increase the damage. He also has a leader skill that can be utilized in dungeons, which will increase attack power by 33%, so that's quite a lot. Rune builds for him are mostly Rage Blade. I've built mine tweet different, but we'll get around to that. So the better runes you have for him is of course better, but that's that's the same for every monster. Now, finding runes for these guys are quite hard, but I have a decent setup, if I say so myself. Now, this rune has some quite good substats for him. It has a crit rate, as it's really good for a Rage Blade build, a huge bonus for attack power, and also a good speed substat. The 7% resist is just nice to have, so a crit damage would have been better. But you can't get it all, right? Also, the 2 slot is a attack percent rune with some crit rate in the substats. The others are not really there yet, so this rune can be replaced with better substat runes, but it's of course here to give this 63% attack power. I only have a 4-star rune here, but that's mainly because it gives me 8% crit rate, and a little speed and some extra hit points. I have 6-star rage runes, but the substats are not as good as this one, so I've kept this one on him for now, but of course it will be replaced once I find a rune that's better. Now here is where I differentiate a bit in my Rage Blade build, since this is a crit rate rune and not a crit damage. I would like to say that it's a well thought through choice to have this crit rate rune here, but in truth it's really because I haven't found any good crit damage runes. They keep eluding me. So I haven't really had any chance to get that. So the crit rate will remain here for now. The substats on the rune are okay. Nothing too elaborate, but they're okay. Now the next rune is one of my most awesome runes in the substat department. Almost all are 2-digit percent stats, so it's a really good substat rune with the crit rate and crit damage in them. The accuracy is actually also good for him to apply the negative effects on the enemy, and of course 15% health. It's always good. It's always good. So this is one of my better runes, I must admit. Now for the last slot, it's also an attack percent rune with well, not any too particular substats. But then again, the main stat is the most important, but a close runner-up is the substats. Substats can really change a monster also, even if you get 6-star runes everywhere. If the substats are not that good, you will really have a huge upgrade for the monster if you find one that has good substats. But that's in essence how my Lushen has been built. Now for the stats on him, actually, he has about 15,000 hit points, and as you can see, I have a decent amount of attack power. And well, the speed is not. It's okay. He's not there to win any speed contests, and he can't with 133. But what does matter is that he has 90% crit rate and 108% crit damage. Now, other builds with Rage Blade has him at about 160, 70, 80% crit damage, but the most Lushens I've seen also has a crit rate at about 50%, and that's a little too low for me. I'd like to get at least 60 if I should go with a pure crit damage rune in slot 4. But this is the current build for my Lushen. And he does pack quite a punch with it. I don't know what should we do here. I know I should have planned this, but I didn't. Should we just do any dragon? Yeah, let's just try this. Simple dragons run. Yeah, I know it's only B6, but let's just take it off auto for just a bit. Now, as you can see, with his single target attack, he will hit for about 6.5 there, and just destroy one of the crystals right off the bat. So that's really good for a single target. On various other bosses he will hit quite a lot harder. Now we can try and see what we can do here with the bombs here. You see they do pack a punch as well. So he's really good in instances for clearing dungeon packs. See if we use this now. Well, it's actually better for the next pack. We'll see. We'll just kill the dragon. You see there, he really packs a punch, even with the first attack. But that's also because of his skill ups, of course. He has that added damage. Now we can see here you just clean the floor, so no crystals. Now we are at the dragon at. See if we can't get a debuff on him. We could. Well, just slow speed. See how he hits it now. Well, that's 6,800 on a base attack. So that's pretty good. And he also put the healing debuff on the dragon. Well, that's that's a violent runes for you there. My man got to attack 3 times in a row. So he will hit it again for about 7,000. And you can see it's just going on. So the dragon will be dead. And that was against a neutral element. If it's up against any water monsters, he will hit even harder. So that's defense percent. No, that's just only a 4-star, you know. And you have of course seen me use him in the arena as well, where he devastates the enemy team also. So you can. I know that I've used my Lushen quite a lot in my game time. I was lucky enough to get him fairly early, and he has made clearing some instances a lot easier. I do have to mention that yes, mine has about 15,000 hit points, but most Lushens are a bit squishy. They are fairly easy to take out, especially for fire monsters. A rogue will, even if he doesn't attack numerous times, he will hit very hard on a Lushen. So that's something to be careful for. But that's really why how I've built my Lushen, and I am planning to change him for a more crit damage oriented build, but I need to find that crit damage rune first, and I haven't done so yet. So, well, I think that is actually it for my Lushen. I hope this was what you were looking for, and let me know if you want me to do a showcase on any of my other 6-star monsters. I don't have a lot, as you can see. I only have, what is it, 6? Yeah, 6, and I have done so one for Vertihill already. So, but let me know. That's it for me this time again, and this will be Valdus signing out. Bye bye.